Thank you, Chairman Westerman. And you made a musical reference, Hotel California, where you've come to stay but you never leave. As I went over in preparation for this meeting, I was too reminded of a musical reference, Tower of Power, Slipping into Darkness. I've served in this committee for many years, and and eventually rising to ranking member, then chairman, and now ranking member again. I've seen a lot of debate and disagreement on this committee in those years, but something that was important to all of us on this committee and something to admire at this committee is that there was always been a baseline of committee norms and professionalism. That's why today's markup has me deeply disappointed. Leaders of both parties on this committee have long worked together to maintain a 2-to-1 ratio at markups between majority bills and minority bills. In the most recent Congress, I provided, and the members of the majority, the Democratic majority, provided the Republican minority with a slightly better than a 2-to-1 ratio. Today, the ratio is 8-to-1. That doesn't put us anywhere near being on track. It's so unbalanced that I have to hope that it's an oversight rather than an intentional provocation. But unfortunately, there's a pattern emerging. When Republicans organized this committee at the start of the year, we were given only 5 days to review the majority's proposed committee rules. We previously gave you 24 days, and we accepted numerous edits from the minority. Although you did not postpone the organizing meeting, I appreciated your willingness to discuss these concerns at the time. I was very much encouraged by your commitment to abide by committee's bipartisan norms and traditions going forward. The commitment to the long-standing ratio for markups, the commitment to the long-standing ratio for suspensions, and your commitment to continuing the practice of giving the minority 2 weeks of informal notice regarding all hearings. We have been patient and given the benefit of the doubt, but at this point, there is a clear pattern. The majority has passed 2 Republican suspension bills without a Democratic companion, despite our objections. The majority has given us only 9 days of notice of a field hearing next week, which will likely leave Democrats unable to attend or provide a witness. And today we have an 8-to-1 bill ratio. And that is despite Democrats offering 5 additional bills for Republicans to choose from. These are not controversial bills. 3 were marked up last Congress by unanimous consent. A 4th passed the House on suspension by voice vote. There's no reason we couldn't add just 3 of these bills to today's markup. So I'm deeply disappointed to see that after years of both parties carefully upholding these committee practices, we are now in a race to the bottom. And I'm personally disappointed to see that this is happening, and despite the conversation that the chair and I had. Now we will talk about the substance of these bills in a moment. But at a high level, let me point out that House Republicans spent the past month or 2 working to undermine the National Environmental Policy Act, or NEPA. This essential law protects our environment, promotes public health, ensures that local communities have input to the proposed pollution in their backyards. With today's markup, we see that the Republicans are moving on to attacking the Endangered Species Act, even as we face a biodiversity crisis. And it's worth adding that the Endangered Species Act, in addition to being extremely effective at preventing extinction, is also extremely popular law. You can't make any of this up. I look forward to the debate today, and Mr. Chairman, I yield back.